Okay, let's see how this new mic works. I'm hoping it sounds good to everybody. And surprise, I think we got rid of the echo.
Huzzah! Farewell, Echo. We will not miss you.
Hey all, welcome to a July Toko's podcast. Oh, Cage thinks we sound glorious. So, yeah, we got it. Woo!
Oh, I need to drag the podcast channels up.
Man, done. Slacking. I'm kidding. She does all the work prior to that starting to talk, and then it's a me show for the next 2 hours.
How dare you?
Yep. But hello and welcome to the Tokotas podcast.
Oh, you're still a little squeaky. Aw.
Well, yeah, I am still a little squeaky, but that's just my voice. Um, so, yeah, last week I lost my voice. I've had a trying July. I think it's safe to say that Jill has had a very stressful and trying July, but yeah. Started July with surprise surgery, moved into my kid being sick, and then I got sick while still recovering from surgery. And last Friday I lost my voice right before this podcast,
Huzzah!
which is why the podcast got postponed a week. And I'm sure you can still hear it in my voice a little bit because it's back, but it'll still be probably another week before I sound like me again.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Yeah, July was one of those months. So, we're going to talk about tribe things. Turns out that August is the month of the tribe.
Dun 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 dun.
By pure accident. These things all just coincided together. It's beautiful.
I planned this. What are you talking about?
You planned August event, summer hunt, but did you really? Yeah, no.
Sus.
So, we're going to start with a couple general announcements, and then we will go into summer hunt for August.
Do we normally ping K-Pack when we start?
Yes, you want to go ping K-Pack?
Yeah.
All right, so general announcements. First things first, last podcast we talked about doing the glow-ups for half and short mane. We did a couple months of feedback on those in the server. We did another run of short, and they did get released. For 95% of feedback, everyone was really happy with what they saw there. It gave a little more life into the half and to the short nap mane, or not nap mane, standard and Toki and Dyers. They were old, so they got a bit of an update. They're out there now. A reminder that you can continue to use the old lines. It's a makeover token. The same way that works for Silky, the same way it works for Long.
We currently have it free running through the end of... Let me go check the new post.
I think it's the end of this month or next month.
I think we gave them 3 months.
Yeah, where you can just freely switch it out without anything. Just go to import updates to get that done. But
October open will be when we switch over.
Okay, October open will be when we officially switch over. But those glow ups are out there. They're looking good. Everyone seems pretty happy with them. Remember, if you like the old one, just use the old one. You're not going to upset anybody here. All right. Another reminder, this isn't a reminder, this is an announcement. Tribes are actually going to be closing a little early tomorrow. Tomorrow's last day of the month. We usually try and make sure nothing closes before like 9 o'clock PST. Usually it's a little later than that, but like that's our earliest close time. Tribes will be closing earlier. So if you need things in for tribes, go ahead and get it in pretty quick. Part of that is because of the big updates that'll be coming in August. Part of that is that our tribe people are... Tree is September?
Yes.
I thought it was August.
No, because they're out of town.
Okay, fine. Part of the reason for this is that our tribe people are out of town, and therefore we don't want them. They're closing it up early so they can do clear and they can go off and enjoy their vacation. So tribes are closing a little early tomorrow. They will open on time with everything else. Don't worry about that. We're just closing up early so they can clear prior to going away. All right? And apparently there's some disagreement about what this tribe thing is happening. I'm going to wear them down. We have a spoiler at the end of this, like a truly amazing one. And right now there's a debate going on in the background that you guys cannot see of the managers of how much of it I'm allowed to spoil. It's close. Very close. All right. And last announcement to clear up some confusion. The new Haras. We're going to talk about Haras and what the release schedule looks like. So, next month, as in August, Abando Haras are going into activities. Which activities? Slightly up in the air. Lua will make the final call on that as soon as we finish clearing activities for July. But it'll be in the starting news, so Abando Haras will be in activities next month. Haras will obviously be in Abandos, Thread of Fate, any of those sort of things. The Hara starters are moving into those, so I think it's like Thread of Fate and...
it'd be Abandon... No, we're not... Well, Bone Flutes.
Bone Flutes, Thread of Fate, any of those random pups.
Mysteries, I think.
Mysteries, yeah. Anything like that, Haras will officially be available in those pools. So that'll be good. And then finally, the Hara starters are officially slated for September. There will be one exception to that. We will get that exception at the end of this podcast because it's an exception to all of the rules about the Hara starters. But the Hara starters will officially be in September. And I'm here to clarify that their base starting is not platinum. Their base starting silver, right?
They run same as Dakinos.
Yeah, they ride the same rarity level as a Dakino. So they will be starting at silver, and then additions such as mains, super amazing markings, things of that nature.
Not markings, mutations.
Mutations, thank you. Will pull them up in the rarity level. Okay? There will be one Hara starter that is released at the end of the podcast. You'll know exactly who that starter is, and we'll talk about them then. And that will be released in August. Otherwise, Hara's starters, September. And I'm glad to see that we're finally getting a nice little burst out into the system. Those uploads from Advent gave Dakinos a month head start.
Yeah,
That's
they
all
did.
it is.
They did. We should have done uploads for anniversary. Oops.
Was what it was.
Lesson learned.
All right. So that's just our general announcements going on right now. Glow Up's got good feedback. They're good to go. Thank you, Daff. Tribes are closing early, so Kira can go and enjoy their vacation as they should. And Haras are coming. Here's the schedule. If you have any questions about those, please drop them in our Discord now. And I'll give everyone just a moment to start typing, see if there's anything there. Otherwise, we will move on.
Okay, we got typing already going.
Okay, we've got some typing. We're giving them a second.
Oh my god, these names.
Yeah? We got good names going?
Yeah. So, Hara's findable would be between caving, diving, and exploring, or question mark.
Luo will make the final call on where they're findable as soon as we close and finish clearing for July. So when July activities are cleared, Luo will make the final call, and it'll be an August announcement where you can find them.
Alright, one more person typing.
Alright, we'll give that person a moment. Okay. Do we have a question yet?
Someone's still typing. Do you need something hot to drink rather than lemonade?
I probably should have something hot to drink for this throat, but here I am drinking lemonade, which is just acid on the back of my throat.
Yeah, nailed it. Oh, there's this Lua.
Yep, they'll be findable somewhere. See? And question?
If you submit it... Wow, I can't read. I'm sorry today, Jill. If you submitted a TP store comment for the last chance TP haul, are those getting done before close by chance?
Is that the old TP store?
Yeah, because I think this was the last month for it.
Yeah, we'll get those cleared and closed then. I think this is just... It may have gone under the radar because I think they were...
Tribes has been very busy, and you'll see why soon.
Yeah, Tribes has been insanely busy. Yeah, we'll try and clear all those threads. But, good question. All right.
Let me go put that in the channel.
Thank you.
Because you and me can handle that.
Jeez, Cray! You're dangerous right now.
Wow. What is with you parental units trying to one-up each other in spoilers?
Okay, apparently last month someone told Cray that I was the fun parent.
I see.
And it wasn't them. And since then, it's just been this.
I mean, I think we're about to have a Cray as Lua brawl in chat.
Possibly. I'm gonna let that play out, and I'll move on then to... This is just a quick update. Last podcast, we talked about bonding and adventures and how that was going. I just want to give you all a cool little update. As you can see, we're moving to the point of starting to track statistics and get them onto the the imports and what they're going to look like. So adventures are moving. That is very much Ree's child, and she is running it. There's a couple adventures that are done at this point, and a lot of the mechanics are in place. She's working on the API that's moving between them and doing all of the testing.
I think we've got artists on
Oh,
things
yes.
right now.
And there's a bunch of artists who are at work on adventure assets so that those can go. But the first level of adventures is looking really good. I do not have a release date on them for you. I'm not going to say, "Oh, she'll have them out in September." I'm not putting that on her. So, but they are coming. We'll keep you updated. That being said, gardening is looking like it's going to be slated end of the year at best. It's just one of those things that fell to the wayside. So gardening is down the list, but adventures is moving faster.
Yeah, we're prioritizing getting the next World Tour region out over gardening, just to keep our momentum on that going, so it's not one region a year.
Exactly. So that's just where it is. The priorities shift. Gardening fell down the totem pole of things to do again.
Never-ending to-do list.
The never-ending to-do list.
It's a real document, trust me.
It is. It's actually called the never-ending to-do list. All right. So I'll pause for just a second and see if there's any questions on that are going on. See if anyone's typing.
Don't see anybody in podcast questions. Oh, and that's right. If you have questions, go to Discord so I can track them.
Makes it easier on us if we just look for them in one spot. And, well, let's be fair, ton of our interaction happens in Discord these days.
Discord's our hub.
It is. It is our big communication hub.
Wow, Cray's calling us out. 2 regions a year.
Yeah, okay. I don't move as fast as other people who have been event peoples, okay? It's just the truth. All right.
I think we're good. No typing.
No typing? All right. Let's move on to Summer Hunt. Now, Summer Hunt has previously existed. This is actually not a new event for people. It's completely redone, so it's totally new.
However, people may have forgotten it since it was a one-off years ago.
We did have a one-off a couple years ago called Nagi's Summer Hunt / Borga's Balloon Blast, in which people collected firewood and water balloons and went and started dousing campfires or trying to build them up. Nagi was trying to have a big campfire. Borga was like, yeah, we're going to ruin that. And off everybody went. So that was Borga's Balloon Blast and Nagi's Summer Hunt. Summer Hunt has come through as our official August holiday. We are running on that every other month. There will be a holiday. This is the year that all the setup is happening, so they're a lot more in flux than usual. We're getting it standardized, and then next year they should all just run really cleanly out the door without a ton of admin intervention. Yeah? Okay. So, for Summer Hunt, first things first. Oh, geez, there's so much here. There's so much. Yeah, I'm going to do the preview. Dun, dun.
Well, the previews are meant to go with those bullet points that are below them.
Dun, dun, dun. There will be new tribe prey. Yes, that's right. We're going to have...
Drag that up above that.
This one?
Yep. That should be the next one after. Nope. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Cool.
There will be new tribe prey. I believe this is hippos and...
Cavies.
And cavies. Okay. So they'll be there. They'll be available in tribes, as it always is. Tribe prey is always year-round at this point in time. To my knowledge, we have no plans on changing that anytime soon.
Nope. But we're just trying to diversify the things you can find and draw.
Exactly. Additionally, there's going to be the 3 usual events that come along with it. One of them is there's going to be a Nagruk Charm decor contest. As a reminder for everyone, Nagruk Charm is like animals. It's animals pre-made decor that you can put on your import. We had an awesome run of it last time where we got tons of really cool companions drawn up that people can put on theirs. And we did make sure to try and compensate people as best we could for that. We're going to do it again. And
this time we're going to focus on prey animals.
Yes, this time we're going to focus on prey animals. The theme of the contest will be if it's a prey animal, make it for us. And then people can have prey running around on their imports as well. And, that's always fun. Everything we get in Nagi is gorgeous. All right. Of course, Lost Sons will be happening this year. Next year, there will not be a Lost Sons of Fenrir.
We'll probably do something else in the place of it.
We might do something else in the place of it. We might We might not, since there's already so much to do those months.
True.
But there will be a Lost Suns. Keep in mind, this is the second to last Lost Suns.
Yep, our last one will be Tokoween.
Our last one will be Tokoween, so expect to see him soon. And finally, there will be a site event. The site event is going to be tribe focused, meaning your team will be your tribe. If you don't have a tribe, then you're in a team with everyone else who doesn't have a tribe. You will be the tribeless.
Or you could just call them Team IPAC.
Or you can call them tribeless.
Okay.
It's the terminology I use on the POTA trackers.
Oh my gosh, my mouse has decided to stop working.
Oh dear.
There we go. It's better.
Okay. So we'll be looking at the side event. It will be this. There is likely going to be some aspect coming back from Summer Hunt, Balloon Blast, where you are competing against other tribes who are attempting to do a goal, and you can spend your time working on your tribe goal or screwing with other people tribes. So that's where we are right now. The exact details of the event, I know the site event will be launching probably a day or two after open, just as we finalize the testing on all of it. So that will be there. And there will be updates. I know there's a couple tribe bugs happening right now, so I'm working on those over the event. As soon as those are done, I'll focus on the event. The event will likely be a day or two after open. It's not the first time that's happened. It won't be the last time that's happened. But it should solidify. Are there any questions about the new tribe prey, the contest, the site event, or Lost Suns? I see there's a question there. I know we have a new player who's hanging around today, and I'm glad that you're here on our podcast, so we'll give you a very brief understanding of tribes. So, tribes are your guilds, clans, collections, groups of players inside of a game. Such as, me and Dunn belong to Lunar Ages, referred to as Luna, as our acronym. And our tribe is basically a group of people who work together, we collab, and we go after specific tribe bonuses. You'll find tons more in Tokopedia if you go look up tribes. And the focus of today's podcast actually will be a lot of a new tribe tree that's coming that everybody I know is excited about. So tribes are groups of people who work together to collectively earn specific bonuses for the game. And then lots of the times they collab, they hang out in their own discords together. So it's just like a little tribe of people in the game you play with.
Exchange memes. You're forgetting the most important part of ours.
Exchange memes. There is a healthy meme culture inside of Luna. A very healthy meme culture. Somehow that became our lore. So that's what tribes are. Anything else?
Nope, I'm just going to go ahead and drop the Tokopedia page.
Oh, thank you. That'll be super helpful. Okay. Are you sure it's supposed to be this one?
Yes, because it's those with the dog.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna. Can you say these dogs?
No. Go for it.
I can't.
Dude, you didn't even write them down for me to guess what they were.
I'll go add them to the agenda. One moment.
So we have new dogs coming. These are the new dogs for these preys. That means that more hunting dogs are being added into the system. As always, hunting dogs will be in the trading post. Dunn is getting me the names of them.
I'm putting it on this line.
Yeah, I can see you. Just type. Ha! Ha! That's adorable that you think I'm going to attempt to pronounce those. That's absolutely adorable. I'm just going to copy paste that.
And put that in chat.
And I'm just going to dump that right there in chat.
Oh, I almost tricked you. So close.
Why? Dude, I'm perfectly fine not being able to say things, but at the same time. So. Exactly. Exactly. I'm looking at people and like, oh yeah, that. So, these are the new dogs. These are the hunting dogs for these preys. They are only going to have one each. It's almost like more will be added for them at a later date.
Possibly every time Summer Hunt rolls around.
Possibly. So these are adorable, and we do have some variants on each of them, I believe.
I think each of these has like 4 or 5 variants.
Yes, each of them has about 4 or 5 variants.
For shout outs to our artists, thank you Mono for our hippo pelts, Newt for the cavies, and Soyala for the dogs.
Yes, for these ones, it was Mono, Newt, and Soyala?
Mm-hmm.
And Soyala. So thanks to everybody on those. Okay, so next, not just those dogs. I have many dogs coming.
Because it's awesome. Because Can and Kira really enabled us this month.
Yeah, Ken and Kira decided they wanted to make a lot of dogs, so we made a lot of dogs. Got Dalmatians, got Chihuahuas. Is that a box terrier?
Bull Terrier.
A bull terrier and
Basenji.
a Basenji?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dog names. Crazy. So, for all of these, there's a bunch of different bonuses coming. They're not all hunting dogs.
Actually, none of these are hunting dogs.
Yes, none of these are actually hunting dogs. I can say the Chihuahua and the Bull Terrier definitely decided, right?
Dalmatians, all of them are. Oh, I know, I missed. There's one dog I missed on here. I'm so sorry.
Well, that one will be a surprise for them, I guess.
Okay. Actually, I think all of these bonuses are signed off on because they're all PvP is signed, or PvP CE team signed off, Quest is signed off, Tribes is signed off, we've signed off.
Okay.
So we can run through them.
So we'll run through them really quick, actually, so you guys can know. These are all going to be coming in August. Just, Nagi brought the dogs this time.
Who let the dogs out?
Okay. So the Chihuahua is actually going to be a PvP companion, and it will give a bonus to the Toko when they are competing against a breed that is bigger than them.
We'll be averaging out heights and making a chart for what affects what when it's equipped to a specific build.
Exactly. So if you've got a Toki with a Chihuahua, they are getting a bonus against Nakota.
And then on the flip side,
we have the Bull Terrier, who will be doing the same, but in the opposite. So for a Bull Terrier, they will get a bonus against anything smaller than them that they are competing. And again, this is breed of the Toko, not breed of the dog. Yeah, you got it. You got us. So, that's what those will be doing. Dalmatian will be?
Dalmatian is when you compete against a tribe mate in PvP, you gain +1 TP. And if you win, it goes to +2 TP.
So Dalmatians just bring you more TP. So if you and a tribe mate go and collab up some PvPs, and one of you has a Dalmatian, you just get TP for all of those PvPs. You do not currently get any TP when you are doing PvP. Mm-hmm. And then if you win, you get +1. You get one more. And the next one?
So we've got Basenji, which is when you complete a quest, it's going to bring back a hunting bundle, which will be kind of like the fish trap you get from Pelican. It'll just be a small bundle of pelts. So a little bit of extra stuff on top of what you get from questing.
That does not make it a successful hunting roll. It's just bonus items.
Yep.
When you complete a quest, which you can only do once a...
I left off the taming dog.
You left off the taming dog?
I know, I had it open too.
I guess none of you get to know what the taming dog does. Or even what it looks like.
We can tell you the breed, though.
Okay, what's the breed?
Malinois.
It's a Malinois. Okay.
You know.
All right, let's tell them about the Malinois.
So there's been suggestions for things like treat retention as a bonus in the past, and it's just another step in the taming, already complicated taming cycle. So Malinois will give you a chance to bring back a bag of treats when you complete tamings.
Exactly. It's like a brawl bag, but for taming instead.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll get to use it more times, usually more times a taming run than you will a brawl.
Very true.
So its chance of proccing will be a little less, because I want to say brawl bag is somewhere in the 50-50 range.
I think so, yeah.
Because you only use them every now and then, where the Malinois will be a little less, because most Tokos don't tame within the first 5 days.
Except for the ones we totally think are absolutely not going to tame in the first 2 days.
Yeah, except for those. Apologies, everyone. I know I still got a cough going on. Try not to blow out your ears. All right, so those are the new dogs that we have coming. They will all be dropping in April, or not April, August. I keep wanting to say April every time I go say August. I don't know why. So if you've got questions, throw them on over there in the Discord, and I will get them answered as soon as possible. And all of these were done by Can and Kira. I think, was Kira the Chihuahua?
Kira's a Chihuahua. The other 3 are Can.
Okay, so Kira, thank you for the Chihuahua, and then Can gave us the other 3 on here.
Oh, for the Malinois, the treat bundle is just normal treats or any random assorted crafting ones, too. It'll be any treat variant or homemade biscuits is the new name?
Yeah. So it'll be any treats or homemade biscuits. It'll be any of them. And if we make new ones, which doesn't seem likely, then
they'll go in there
They'll go in there too. Anything else on our dogs?
Don't see anybody typing.
Alrighty, cool. And, of course, Summer Hunt will bring with us, and this is not necessarily going to happen every year. Dun's going to try and talk me into it, but I'm going to say no. But this year, for sure, there will be a new background coming with Summer Hunt. Here's the whip of it in progress. It's gorgeous already. Because as you know, Toko's is expanding the environments in which we're in, so it's not all just, tundra forest anymore or scary mountains. And that's half the part of World Tour is to drawing your dogs in the desert isn't that weird.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the new one. Can is actually doing this one for us, I believe. Yes?
Yep.
So this is Can. We should have it by the start of August as well. And of course, it'll go on the Festive Stone, which if you haven't heard, our store is back online, so you may now purchase things.
That should have been in the start of this.
Yeah. Well, I left Festive Stone online for the rest of July, and it'll be online for August. And then it'll go back offline correctly in September.
All right. Zeke is asking superiors. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe we went for.
Yeah, that is the vibe here. You got it. And then I would like to call this out. It does not seem likely that we will be continuing this year with a totem in every event. We didn't get one for the last one. Let me be 100% clear. I'm just going to take the blame. I said this wasn't a good idea. I got talked into it. There wasn't a good plan for them. The artists were never lined up for them. It wasn't well thought out, and I should have just held to my ground and said no to everyone who wanted it because I knew that it would not get done. It just was one of those where I was like, I know how hard it is to get this particular thing to happen, and I can't do it. So for everyone who tried, I'm not mad at anybody for it. It's completely fine that a failure has happened here. How do we know we're not going to do it right until we try? But I'll go ahead and say that one's on me. I knew better, and I let us try it anyway. And we will not have a totem for every event. Next year, we'll try and get the missing totems in place when we have more time to get the art done correctly, and we have more time to get the bonuses in place, such as July exists, but it doesn't have a bonus. Or is it? One of them exists and doesn't have a bonus.
Festival of Flowers.
Yep.
But that was getting held off till gardening anyway, which is delayed, so.
Exactly. So, if you have them, great. If you don't have them, that's okay. Next year, we'll come around, we'll clean it up, and we'll make sure every holiday has a totem. But I'm calling it this year. I didn't push it through for June. I'm not going to try and push it through for August, and it's just not happening for October either.
We have October's.
Yep, I don't have a bonus.
I know.
And I don't have time to really
I know.
focus on it. So that's what's going on with those for the totems. Next year I'll sort that out, okay? If there's any questions about the totems, please feel free to ask them, but, we try things and sometimes it doesn't work out. We just need to admit this one's not working out right now, and then cut it so that we can focus on making other things work rather than everything kind of work.
I'm going to go cut the slide down a bit. How much?
Whatever. Okay, sorry. Remember that spoiler conversation that we've been having in the background?
It's still going.
It's still going. And someone else has come in with an opinion, and therefore we're still in compromise mode. And I think Dun's actually about to run off and meet our compromise.
Yeah, but you do have a question. Can we get the Tokotines totem out of Tokotines? Yeah.
Yes.
Tokotines exists. It'll come back around.
Yeah, the totems will come back next February.
Yeah.
The way that the totems are going to be is you just do a quest in the same month. But it starts this year. You can't have done a quest for the year before to get the totem. So 2022 onward, doing a quest in the same month as the event gets you the totem. So Tokotines is February. Festival Flowers is April. Toko New Year is June. Summer Hunt will be August. And Tokoween will be October. And Advent. Snowfall. Calling it Snowfall these days, sorry. So I named it and I forgot that.
I know.
And Snowfall will be in December. And you'll just need to do the quest during that time. That's how it is. It's not participating in Tokotines. It's doing the quest. Mm-hmm. Okay? All right. And with that, Dun's running off to go and get our final compromise in place for this spoiler.
I'll send it to you in a minute.
Yeah, send it to me in a minute.
You're sharing your screen. How are you going to get it on there?
I'm amazing. Just trust me.
Okay.
Dunn says to me, "You're sharing your screen. How are you going to get it on there without anyone knowing?" And I'm like, "I'm amazing. You guys are never going to know. It'll be fine." I really hope I don't eat those words. Okay. So, that was our dogs, and that is Summer Hunt that's coming. I'll ask one more time. If there's any questions about Summer Hunt or what's going on there. And I'll slide on over to Discord to check the channels myself. Questions? Sorry if I'm not understanding, but in the light of 2020 onward, will that be forward compatible if we're not getting totems for each bi-month this year? As in, can we do the quest this year? Oh yeah, yes. If you do the quest, we're not gonna make it that difficult on ourselves. If you do August quest, then when the totem comes out next year, it's gonna say, having done the August quest starting in 2022 onward, we're not gonna make it that complicated for ourselves. So if you do August quest, then that's great. Otherwise, you can do it next August, and that's how it's going to be. So yes, that's where that stands. We're just going to make it forward compatible rather than making our lives more complicated.
Cray saved my bacon. She made a cut while we were over here.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Praise Cray.
Well, Cray's good like that. All right. Let's see how sneaky I can be getting this into my slideshow of things without any of you actually seeing it. Dun-da-dum. Coming on over here. Let me see.
Yeah, Missy's got a point. You flashed most of the mains last time.
Yeah, but I still did that on purpose.
What?
I completely did that on purpose last time.
How dare you?
I know. Yeah, Kira's like, I knew it. All right, so I believe that's us on Summer Hunt. Now, we're going to move on to what we're affectionately calling the World Tree. The World Tree is actually a new tree for the tribes. How this is going to work is this is a third tree in your ascension. There's the general tree that everyone needs to do first. Then you have your specialty tree. Those are Spirited Competitor, Trail Runner, and Hierarchy Climber. The World Tree actually comes after your specialty tree. And this is to build the lore and the world of your tribe. And yes, you could have done it sooner, but we're of the opinion that if you've put in all this work, then your tribe is here to stay at this point, and we want to see the tribe that you've built. So there's a bunch of different achievements going on here. This is not guaranteed to be the final flow of the actual tree. This is the work in progress for it. But these are the achievements that are coming with it. So we're going to go over... I'm going to do this in the form of talking about the new achievements. I'm going to go through one of my bullet points, talk about everything in that bullet point, and then ask questions on that.
All right, I've got all the docs open for questions and if you need more deets.
Perfect. So the first couple things on here we're going to talk about is tribe canon. As of right now, the only tribe canon that you actually have, I mean, you can make all the canon you want, but like group official canon is the tribe deity. And a handful of tribes do have a deity at this point in time.
I think we're up to 12 now.
There are about 12 tribe deities, and those deities can be used as, a lore figure bonus. That's what they exist for. However, the new the new canon that's coming along is we're actually going to allow you to make 3 more deities. The 3 deities would be on par with our minor deities. So we have a whole pantheon that rivals a Dungeons and Dragons book at this point of minor deities: the dark, the light, and the neutral. Your tribe will be allowed to have the major deity, the one that you put in first, and then they'll be allowed to have those 3 minors, and they'll all go up on Tokopedia for you to use. Actually, I think as far as the tribe ones go, we let anyone use them, don't we? For the lore bonus?
I'm not certain on that one.
I need to check that. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're locking it down to the tribe or not, so...
That's an HU question for later.
That's an HU question for later, and we'll get that answer. Additionally, every tribe will be allowed to make their own canon location. So canon location... Their own tribe canon location. I'm not sold on that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Dun's like showing numbers at me, and I'm like, I don't think so. But you will be allowed to make one canon location, and that'll include the landmarks, everything that you would see in the locations that are coming out of World Tour, the names, the legends, the lore, and it can be put in any region that you want. And if a region comes out later, you're like, oh, it's actually better in that region, of course we'll let you move it. But those will be official canon locations that go up on Tokopedia, and they will be a canon location that can be used for the canon location bonus as well. So you'll be able to do all of that fun canon stuff and have it officially hosted up on Tokopedia.
Okay, Cray. No, this happened independent of me.
I doubt that. So, questions on canon locations, canon deities, how they'll be used. Which ones are they along here? I think it's supposed to be...
Legends of the Land is locations.
Okay, Legends of the Land is supposed to be...
And a Spirits trilogy.
And a Spirits trilogy. Okay, so those are the ones there that give you those.
And Kier says, pretty sure it's only tribe members based on how the achievement is worded on Tokopedia right now.
Okay, so we're thinking it's tribe members. Of course, this is like your first brush of what we're doing. Obviously, there's still things in construction. I haven't said a word about prerequisites on purpose. I'm not going to say much about prerequisites on these, just what the bonuses are. And when it goes into beta, when we release it, obviously, we're going to need people to go and do it for us to figure out if there's issues with it. We don't know it doesn't work until someone actually does it. Okay, any questions pop up?
I saw somebody typing. Somebody was typing, they stopped typing.
Okay.
I'll give it another minute. Take a drink.
Oh, right, yeah, let me take a drink. Okay.
Alright, no typing, so I guess carry on.
The next thing. So, this came up in that raffle 100 times to the literal point I had to tell Copper to go and tell people to stop suggesting it. We're talking about tribe quests. The original pitch that was given to us in the raffle, the answer to that was no. It didn't work. It was a lot of work for admins, and it was an increasing amount of work. It wasn't going to work. However, from the concept, we did build something that would allow tribe quests to happen. And I'm going to go over how tribe quests are going to work in a little bit of detail. So once you unlock a tribe quest, there will be a spot that pops up on your tribe that basically is a place for the tribe quest to go. The founder or anyone in that top tier will be allowed to put in a quest for the next month. So right now it's July, meaning myself or any of my full lunatics in Luna could go and put into in a thread in tribes, here's what our tribe quest is. At the end of July, it'll get processed and they'll say yay, nay, or ask for a correction if they need to on those quests. All of them that are good will get put up onto your tribe page by the tribe admins, not by your tribe members. So that would mean Can, Kira, Kier, anyone who's helping there. They would validate the quest, they would put it up there, and then there would be a quest. At that point, everyone in your tribe can do that tribe quest, which would be on par with a normal quest. I believe it's like minimum 50 words, needs to be safe for work. And then when they turn it in, they would turn it in like a normal quest, but they always get 10 tribe points for it. So you always get 10 TP. That's your reward. And whatever month you put it in, it goes live the next month. They have the full month to get through it, and we'll keep a running track of them the same way we keep track of the other ones as well. So that's basically how tribe quests are going to work. Did I miss any important points on there?
Scanning through the thing real quick.
Dun's checking the rules for us to see if there's anything like super important we need to touch on for tribe quests.
Quester affects it.
Oh, Quester does affect this. So if your Quester goes in and does it, they get 20 TP. And you would just turn them into the bank as absolutely normal. There's one place that they get put in. We validate them. We'll do a grammar check on them, but we'll leave it. And it can be as tribe focused as you want. And that's how tribe quests are going to work. Okay, if there's any questions about tribe quests? I'm trying to find which one would be tribe quest on here.
Hold on, I've got that doc open and I can tell you.
Okay, what's the doc? What was it called right now? Scroll.
Off the beaten path.
Off the beaten path. That's the one we'd be looking for. Ah, I see it over there on that left. All right.
Do they count towards the questing trophy as well?
I don't see why they wouldn't. Yeah, they do. They count towards the questing trophy. They are an official quest, so they count towards a quest in every way, shape, and form. All right.
Ergo why they have to go through approval of us.
Exactly. That's why they have to go through approval of us. That's why they can't just be thrown up by the founder without anyone taking a look at it. It's more for us to make sure to have it documented and logged. We actually trust all of you to not throw up ridiculously not safe for work quests on our website. All right. Okay.
No more questions, looks like.
All right, cool. So that's tribe quests. Next.
I got us so many companions, guys.
She did. She actually got you a shit ton of companions. She really did. So let's talk about companions. First, there will be... Is this tag along?
Let me see.
First, there will be a new slotless companion. That's right. Your tribe will get a new slotless.
Yep, it's tag along.
And it has the same rules as when you're making the other tribe companion, but you will get a second one that is a slotless companion. It has a preset bonus. You don't pick one out of the list like you do on the other ones. This one will basically be when it's depicted in an image, it'll double the TP earned. So it is slotless, but its effect only works when you depict it. That falls in line with our slotless companion rules right now. We have slotless ones that don't do anything, and that's fine. You just stack them on there. Any slotless that does do something needs to be depicted. So there will be a new slotless companion coming that you can give to your tokos that'll double the TP that toko earns from an image. Do you want me to wait for questions there, or do you want me to move on?
People are typing, so go ahead and just run through all three and we can handle all three.
Okay. Next. Each tribe will be allowed to have their own soul companion. That's right, a Dom companion. You will be able to have one, such as Luna could make its own rabbit. It just needs to be very different than any of the rabbits that are up there. You do not get to make your own bonus. How this works is you would pick one of the 6 existing bonuses, such as perhaps we would pick Raven, and then we would make a moon rabbit for it. And our tribe only could get that moon rabbit instead of a raven. It functions as a raven in every single way, other than being called like a lunatic bunny and having the art that we provide for it. So that'll be the soul companion. There is a little bit to that, which is...
Hi, Caesar.
Hi, Caesar. Did you hear we were podcasting? Yeah, you did? So even though you've been the quietest cat for the last couple days because you're drugged, he had a tooth out, guys. But now, right now. Love
and
you.
Mike apparently can still pick him up. He's just that loud.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my Caesar. Yeah, my Caesar's having the same July that I am. He got taken to the vet, at which point he lost one of his front canines. They had to take it and, like, the gum out. He is...
Careful on the gross.
Yeah, he's he's big on the painkillers right now. Poor guy. It was only a couple days ago. So, back to that. So for the tribe soul companion, part of that will be that every tribe will be making about 5 or so prompts that are specific to them and their soul companion. They'll have to do those to put the companion on theirs. At that point, it will work like every other companion. We're still in the air about if, such as I have a moon rabbit and then my Toko gets transferred, if that moon rabbit became a raven or if it stays a moon rabbit.
Depends on system limitations.
Yeah.
Also, for if you have, say, this moon rabbit and you go to alpha, you're just going to get the raven totem. We're not going to make another totem attached to it.
Yeah, there's no totem. It functions as the raven in every aspect of the game. There is also the talk that you'll be allowed to make a couple POTA prompts that are specific to what you're doing as well, or you can use the raven ones. All of those will be visible on your tribe, and you will be required to link it to HU so they don't have to go search for it. So, and then finally, for companions, there will be a tribe deity sprite. That means you can get a sprite like we have IPAC 6, Evo, Melee, Borga, all those sprites. You can pick one of those bonuses, and then you can get art that's specific of your main deity, and it works the exact same way. So if you pick Melee's bonus, and then you put your deity on it, it works exactly like a Melee sprite. It just has the different art, and it's gettable in your probably tribe store or your tribe activities. We're working out the exacts of where you'll be able to find it. It's just the same, and they doesn't stack. So if you have an Aga and your tribe's version of an Aga, it's not double HP. It's one or the other. Mm-hmm. Okay? So that's how that works. It's variant art on top of yours, but it's exclusive to your tribe. And again, we don't know if those would switch out when you move. We're system limitation. We're still working on sorting that out. So, still working on the final details of how those move, but that would be all of the new companions that are coming. I think Mini-Me for a deity is one of these, and Soul Contender is the other one.
Yeah. It's Tagalong, Soul Contender, Mini-Me for a deity.
Yep. All right. To the questions.
Okay, so would this companion stack with the Quester plus Tribe Quest for a total of 40 TP? We would actually have to figure that out because that would be redeemed, the quest rewards redeemed in the bank, whereas the TP that this companion affects is redeemed over in tribes. So we might need to sit down and talk to Alcestia and Kira and see how we're going to run that.
Okay. So we need to have a conversation about that. Yeah. I'm not sure how they got to 40, but I'm sure I could figure it out if I looked.
10 times 2 times 2.
Where's the second times 2?
Times 2 from Quester, times 2 from the companion. See?
What? Hi, Caesar.
Yeah, we'll sit down and we'll talk to quests and tribes and see how that works out. Yep. Thank you for that quest. I'm going to go... Quest.
Question even?
Question. I'm going to go put that in the channel so we don't forget it.
Someone says they love you, Caesar.
Oops, that's the wrong channel.
You can come and sit up here. You just be quiet. He always speaks. Caesar is a cat that announces himself when he comes into a room.
Would the companion stack with the Dalmatian for the PvP TP? Yes, because that would be getting redeemed in tribes.
Yes.
So that one is a yes. The other ones that we've got to ask. We've got to talk that out with the departments.
And figure out the stacking, not stacking.
We answered this one as you talked.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, it was would the tribe companion turn into the normal one when transferred?
We're going to look at system limitation on it. All right. Any other questions coming up for those companions?
Someone's typing.
Then I will give them a moment to type.
Is there an ETA on dogs? August open.
August open. All the dogs we talked about are coming in August open.
They're done, signed off on, and just sitting in my stash right now.
Yeah, they're just sitting stash ready to go. All right. Shall we move on to tribe decor?
All right, everybody, buckle up for this one.
Yeah, this one is a buckle up. This has been in contention for I don't even know how long.
Maybe we start with the least contentious one.
Okay, I'll start with the least contentious one. So, we have been talking about tribe decor for a while. You've all seen this come through chat. You've all seen it come through tribes or admin or everywhere that it is. Someone goes, "What about?" And my answer is no. So here we are having the conversation finally about this because we're doing this new tribe. And the first thing we're going to talk about is one of these bonuses. Can't remember which one of these bonuses.
Which one are you looking for?
The first one on my bullet points.
IPAC stamp of approval.
Wow, yeah, these are definitely not getting named this.
Oh, these are absolutely getting named this.
Holy crap. So IPAC's stamp of approval is actually going to be a tribe-specific DOM symbol. Maybe 3. We're still deciding on exactly how many. 1 to 3 of them they're just like the current DOM symbols that you have, but you can make them tribe-specific. They could be your emblem. They could be some version of your tribe companion. They could be whatever you need. They just have to follow into the hi Caesar. To follow into the rules of how the current ones work, and then they're just for your tribe, where you can put them on and they count as the DOM symbol instead of a tail lift.
Mm-hmm.
Those we have decided they're going to work like admin hand paints. If you trade a Toko that's got one on there, that person is not required to remove them. Just for the...
Oh yeah, he is being such a baby. We're really lucky we're not using the onboard mic anymore because he's right up on Jill's computer.
Yeah, he's such a baby right now. He's been snuggly for the last couple days. I think it's all the pain meds.
I think it's all the pain meds.
So, yes, the tribe DOM symbol will work like admin hand paints. You'll be able to keep it on there, and everything is good on that. I'm actually very excited about that one myself.
Oh no, yeah. There's been a want for custom DOM symbols, but doing them on a user basis has been a little daunting for HU.
Yeah, it's too much for HU.
But if we're already doing this screen with your prompts and your soul companion and all your spirits that you can link at HU, we can just put these on there and they can check it.
Exactly. So that's how you're getting away with this. The second one in this bullet point is tribe backgrounds.
To sum it all up.
Yeah.
We're using that one. You can't stop me.
I so could.
No, you can't.
Yes, I could.
I can get into the database. I'll change the name.
So, there will be tribe backgrounds. Oh, geez, you guys are ridiculous. There will be tribe backgrounds. Tribe backgrounds are probably not going to work exactly as you expected it to, and we're going to go over that right now, how we see it working and how it's going to go. So, tribe backgrounds are basically, when they get created, they're going to go onto a tribe stone or tribe item of some sort. There will be an asset that's specifically for tribal backgrounds. When your tribe makes a background, it'll go into a pool of backgrounds. And if you have the item, you can use it. You can use anything that's in the pool. They are going to be one of the few things that are not going to be exclusively locked to the tribe. There's a couple reasons for that. The biggest is we enjoy a small level of exclusivity, but we actually don't enjoy doing big things exclusively. The reason Tokotas aren't the way that they came out is because we didn't enjoy the exclusivity of Tokotas. Did you all know that Tokotas actually, when they were coming out the first time, were supposed to require you to have TCA rank 5 before you could own one?
Yeah, so exclusivity is not the direction that the game's been moving for a really long time. Little things like companions, and even still, like, we can go get a Sora's tribe companion and put it on a Toko for the flavor of it all. We just can't use the bonus.
Exactly, but I could still put it on there. And that's, it's one of the conversations we're having about the other ones as well. The other companions as well. Can you or can't you put them on there for the fun and the flavor of it, even if you don't get the bonus? Which the answer might be, yeah, we'll let it be. It's the flavor, but no bonus.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at that, we decided, yeah, okay, we're going to be fine with the DOM symbol saying that way. Some people will have really cool DOM symbols you wish you could put on yours, but it's not the end of the world. But backgrounds, it's a little different when there's like a group of 5 people who are the only ones ever allowed to use a really cool background that lots of people want. And there's going to be lots of people who are like, oh, well, there. It also, words, sorry guys. It also stops us from having 10 versions of the same moony background on a hillside because we don't need to at that point in time. So it does widen the pool up. The way that this is going to work is when you put in your tribe background, the artist will be paid $60 in-game currency. Whatever they want in-game item-wise, they can have it up to $60 worth. So for this example, we'll show you what Luna will be putting into the background. This is Luna's. We'll be throwing it into the background, and anyone who has the tribal stone will be able to use it. As you can see, our little tribe emblem will be up in the corner. And that's what we're going to keep on there so you know which tribe it came from. We'll put your emblem on there as a watermark.
We may need you to give us like a monochrome version of your emblem or something. Like, not all of these are going to translate easy.
But we're going to aim for it like that there will be something on there that'll say it. And then, of course, we'll put the Tokotas and we'll put the credits on there for you ourselves. But then anyone will be allowed to use this. Before it gets put in, and we've actually talked to Tina, which is why we're showing you this one. She knows the plan here because we were kind of running a little by her. She's the artist, so she's the person who's getting paid the $60 in-game. And as long as she's okay with that and she signs off, then she gets her payment, it goes into the pool, and then anyone can use it. If your artist isn't okay with that, don't put it in. We don't have $80 USD to pay everybody. We don't know how many of these are going to come in. We had to make sure the artists were actually paid in some way, but we can't keep a budget because there's like 50 tribes to, pay hundreds of dollars to each artist, even if they deserve it. Mm-hmm. We're not saying that they don't. Mm-hmm. And so this would work in the form of, I know Tina has done work for other tribes. If like the founder of another tribe paid her for the background, well, she's been paid. So it will be the person who paid who gets the $60 in-game credit. Mm-hmm. It's just making sure that as long as the artist is paid and is aware this is happening, into the pool it goes. We might need you to get written consent from the artist.
Just like with companion skins.
And then into the pool it goes. But they will not be exclusive to your tribe. And the goal here, again, is just to make sure that people are being compensated for the work that they're doing. Nobody's art is being used in a manner in which they did not expect it to be used, because somebody may have sold it thinking, okay, well, it's going on one image that's going up on Tokopedia once, not that's going to be on everyone's Tokos all over the place. Okay? So this is the compromise that we made. It soothes my worries, my big concerns about everything with tribe backgrounds that I was worried about, the exclusivity and the inability to pay people correctly. And this will be the top of the tree, And every tribe will be on a equal footing coming into it once they reach there. All right. And this is what Luna will be providing to the background. This is our deity, and we'll just pay Tina the $60 in-game, and into the pool it'll go as soon as we reach that point.
Yep.
But we're lunatics, so we'll race this tree.
We will.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And then as a side note, there's conversations about future things, not part of this tree, but future things having pre-made tribe paints and decor. We're going to see how the tribe backgrounds and the dom symbols go before we make any more call on that, okay?
But it is in the air.
Yeah, we are thinking about it. Questions?
Let Caesar tell the rest of the podcast. You guys won't get anything from him, man.
He's settled down.
I assume the tribe emblems on the tribe BGs will be separate from player watermarks. I know in the past I've had issues with 2 separate watermarks. Yeah, these are going to be on the same level as our credit line, so these won't impact. Just don't obviously put your watermark over this. Yeah. We're going to try and keep this focused in that top corner because it won't be affected by tail flips or most mains. Barbary Tokotas could possibly do it because, so fluffy. Tokotas. But probably it's going to stay up in that top corner, so just don't put your watermark over it and it'll be fine.
Exactly. And we'll do our best to make sure that it sinks into the image.
Yeah, this is using the same layer settings that we do with the Tokotas text across the top. So it's like soft light and a bunch of other little things.
We might go find our monochromatic one to put on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is using what I snagged off of Tokotna. We might need you to give us a bigger version than what we have on Tokotna, but that's not a big deal.
Yeah, we're going to do our best to make it look good.
And then, can tribes submit multiple backgrounds? I think we're doing one for now.
We're doing one for now. We need to see how it goes, how it rolls, and if it goes well, if there's not a lot of, I don't know, if there's not a lot of salt, if there's not a lot of tension, if everything is in good fun and people are happy with what they're getting paid, then we can look at doing more. But for now, we're starting with one. It's easier to give more than to take them away.
Outside of the obvious following group rules, are there subject matter restrictions based on lore? Could you have a city/room background? Yeah, don't see why not.
Yeah, we allow urban backgrounds. We're trying to get more urban backgrounds already.
Urban background artists are harder to find.
Much harder. Interiors, again, are fine. Needs to follow group guidelines.
We'll have a template with the silhouettes of all the builds on them, so you have to make sure you have their footprint. So nobody's floating.
Exactly. You gotta make sure that nobody's floating. Basically, the rules that we give our normal background artists when they go to do something for us.
We just have to actually, write those up nice and pretty. Put them on a page.
Exactly. Next.
Can you be tribeless and get these? Technically, yes. You'd have to have somebody sell you a stone, which I think we're putting in the TP store.
Yeah, our goal is to put this in the TP store.
That's right. We forgot to say these are non-USD.
Oh yeah, this is all non-USD. These things we're talking about, they're all non-USD. We're not making any money off of them, and that keeps it even more above board. So none of these backgrounds are going into the USD store in any manner. The USD backgrounds, we paid people with them knowing that we would be using it in that way. So, but yes, so for these, they'll go in the TP, meaning you would just need someone to buy you the item. That's not against the rules. People, please do not gouge the price on these stones.
If they go out of control, then we have to go pay attention and make sure nobody's getting taken advantage of. We do try to keep an eye on things like this.
Exactly. If as long as everyone can play nice, then you don't need any admins to come and put rules down, and we can all figure out the fun ourselves. If we discover someone is selling them for $40 each, well, then we're going to have to come in and put down a maximum price, and we're going to have to regulate it. And it's not that we won't. It's just we don't want to. If we can all play in the game together, fine, then we don't need rules for that.
How about HU variants? How about HU variants for a background? Would that take up another background slot if in the future we were allowed to have more than the one, or would it be a free option? I think we're aiming Borga on these because HU variants are another one of those. They're more expensive to make.
They're much more expensive to make. I think the last HU variant I bought off of DAF, I basically had to buy 4 different backgrounds.
Because it had to be repainted each time.
So we're not running HU variants on these. We're going Borga.
Just so we're not, flooding the game with 15 elemental hearts for one background.
Yes, exactly.
What's the TP price roughly? Not decided yet.
Undecided. Probably on the upper end, like where all of the upper end pieces are, but undecided.
I don't think we're going as big as a heart. Not for a background, but also not 5 TP.
Yes, exactly. No, Kira. No 1 million TP.
You and me might be able to do that once.
All right.
And then we burn out into a crisp.
Remember when Kira was like, I can totally handle the wall of stuff you're going to put in. It's no issue whatsoever. And then we had to take a break so that she didn't die.
I had only gotten through our gallery at that point. I hadn't gotten through any of our HU comments or anything.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we did a lot of collabs, okay?
Collab everything.
Everything.
Because coloring sucks.
No, drawing does. All right. Any more questions coming up for those backgrounds?
No, looks like we're actually doing okay.
Oh, neat. All right. You know what time it is then? Raffle time.
Oh, I should go make a thing. Fuck.
Yeah, you should go make a thing done. This is your job.
Raffle entries?
All right. We will be raffling off 3 Hara slots from starters.
You get to pick.
You get to pick which one you want. But they will be Hara starters. 3. All right, we need a question for this.
I left that to you. That's your job, Jill.
Yeah, that is my job. But I also make it up every time I'm sitting here.
I know.
All right. So, oh my Caesar, you're being so sweet right now. Let's see. We need a question. How about in your raffle? Tell us what your favorite new World Tree achievement coming is. What the bonus is. You have 10 minutes. Go.
So 2:17. What an odd end time.
Yeah, I almost gave him 5 minutes. Okay.
That's mean. Is it because you've run out of spoilers? Oh,
yes,
no.
Kira, you can enter because it doesn't require any future knowledge of the game. You can just say your favorite. And Dunn will be rolling the raffle.
Ooh.
So Dunn and I cannot enter. Oh, yes. No. Okay.
Can you flash the list again real quick?
Oh, of course I can. Give me just a second. There you go.
All right. So what you got for us, spoiler wise?
Okay. Well, I got 2. One of them's not. The World Tree is the affectionate name of this tree. It might be called the Lore Tree. It might be called the Story Tree when we're done. But the Canon Tree.
Gen Tree 2 sucked as a name.
Gen 2 sucked. So, but we'll get the name of it. Da-dum. Oh, Kier. That was terrible.
Yes. Nope. I'm here for this.
World Tree is the affectionate name of it right now. Okay. So, I'll leave that up for just a second. Next month, we have 2 new UTs coming.
Had a little bit of
a break.
A little bit of a break, but we're coming back. Ooh.
Yep. Well, we created some in like February, January.
We had a boom of them at the start of the year, and we kind of spread them out.
Exactly. Because some of them didn't hit the pools until like May. June. And now it's been a bit since then. So we have some more. Because yay! I don't know how I'm not getting bitten by this cat right now.
Because he just wants love.
He does just want love. Oh, the love. The Caesar. Oh, yes. Sorry. All right. So now I've left that up. Dun, dun, dun. We have 2 new starters coming. Yes, one of those is a Hara. As I said earlier, one Hara was going to break the rules and join us early. But that Hara is also a UT starter, which means it's in the Platinum tier. So it broke all the rules. The Hara starter right here, do we have names for these guys yet?
We might in Totem. Let me go see.
All right, Don's going to go check and see if we've got names for these.
At least one of them had a filled out form.
The Hara will be our new starter for Fast Friend. Fast Friend is the king size, fun size, middle child equivalent for Haras.
That's Mako.
So Mako will be the starter that does Fast Friend. And Mahogany is actually going to be the starter for a tribe-themed UT. She will be the starter for Mascot. Mascot means that if you are Mascot Toko that is tribe-owned, so if you're a tribe-owned mascot, then you may be used in place of a starter. This means for the +2 starter HP, it's a mascot or a starter, not both. Or it can be used they can be used for the starters in the
bonus rights or right bonuses. I think so, yeah.
So anywhere you could use a starter, you could use a mascot, a tribe mascot. Remember, the Toko does need to be tribe owned to get the effect. So this is more beneficial for tribes than it is for people. I'm still gonna own one regardless. But yeah, the bonus is for when they become tribe owned Tokos. So you can finally get your ridiculously easy starter, mascot it up, and put it in the tribe.
Or stay with me. A werewolf.
Or we'll just make a werewolf.
We're making a werewolf.
We're probably making a werewolf. We got enough shapeshifters, we can pull that off.
Yeah.
So that's what mahogany will be the starter for. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, woo. What? KH knows how this rolls.
Oh, woo.
When you join Luna's chat, man, a lot of people howl in your face.
It's true.
So, all right. Now that was the starter. That was the one that everybody was like, okay, yeah, that one's totally happening. Now I still have the one that's been in compromise literally the entire time we've been on this podcast and this morning of what I'm allowed to do. Should I start with the tiny spoiler?
You should start with the tiny spoiler.
I'm going to start with the tiny spoiler. Okay. So tiny spoiler for everybody. Enjoy that super tiny, super hard to see spoiler.
Kind of pixelated because I sized it up from what you put in Discord as a preview.
Well, in all fairness, that was the size it was. Yes, that's right. Toes. Toes again. I've handed you toes. We have something fun and new coming. I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch.
To see who gets it?
To see if somebody guesses it. Managers aren't allowed to guess.
Because not even admins know really just yet.
No, they're about to find out right now with everybody else.
Oops.
Because I'm terrible.
You are. Someone guessed Doki. Furrion, no.
Furrion. Bad Furrion.
We got Taquinos. That's as close as we're ever getting.
You're never getting closer. Oh, do you have an itch, Caesar? Okay. Let me get that for you.
Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, you're just a mess.
He is. He just is what he is. A Dokino? Hush, Furrion, hush!
Oh, yes, no, I think Seer's got it. It's the new species of horse we find in WT.
Species of horse, you say?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure we have a pretty decent rule that we don't do any horses.
I mean, we steal their markings all the time.
Yeah, we steal their markings, but I don't think we even do, like, horse prey.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's... Alright, I am positive I switched this out to the right one. Okay? I'm positive.
You better lightning fast unswitch it if you didn't.
Well, read that right there. I'm pretty sure that's the correct one.
Yes.
Okay, this is the compromise. I understand. I wanted to give you all of it. I did. I fought for all of it, and I got outvoted because this is actually a democracy in the upper ranks of the admins, not a dictatorship. Done. 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 I'm just waiting to see reactions. See what typing happens. Oh, yes, it is a tail. Have they figured it out yet?
I don't know.
I don't think they have. Yeah, Carrie, I did. I made sure they knew.
Cray's just going to sweep in with another spoiler.
Mm-hmm. This isn't a new coat.
Oh, uh-oh, somebody's got it.
We may have progress happening on our next build. In play right now.
The werewolf, yes.
If only. No, will not be a werewolf. But Makata?
Yeah, Makata.
Makatas are in progress. Actual progress is being made. The Nat and the Sphinx versions are close to completion. That's step 1 of finalizing any lines. After that, it's mains, and after that, it's
so many physical
traits.
traits. Physical traits for days.
Yes, but Makatas are happening, and at this point in time, I have seen a full version of the Nat main Makata in almost finalized lines.
How much are we giving away here?
I mean, they knew these were coming.
Do we want to discuss the... Yes, this is the Nat main.
This is the Nat main.
Oh, hi, Caesar.
I'm sure they can all hear him scratching.
Would it be safe to say, like Tokara, is there a bit of a departure?
Yes, like Tokotas, they are a bit of a departure. They are a bit of a departure from the standard. Let me think. Trying to word this correctly. So Hara, as you know, we walked away from normal wolf bear dog. We put hyena into the mix. And we did say that Haras were our first step towards doing things of that nature. We said we were going to move. We're going to take those steps a couple further. And this is the next one in that run that, again, is another step further away from wolf bear dog. Obviously, we're not trying to scare anybody, and everyone's here for their wolf bear dogs with line manes. These will continue to have manes. Same as everything else, but you are looking at the Makata, and hopefully in the next couple months I'll be able to give you more and more, and we'll start getting a lot of those pieces of lore and all of that put in place, just like we did for Taquinos and Tokaras. We said there was a 5-year plan. We promised it was happening. Well, here's build 3 of the 5-year plan of builds. Alright? And now, I'm going to say that the raffle is closed.
I'm counting right now. Keep talking.
Oh, Dunn's counting. So, with that being said, if you have any questions, I will give little bits away about this one. I'm not going to give you too much about this one. But you can head on over to questions and ask about the starters. You can ask about the Makatas, because they're so cool looking. Caesar, you're putting my leg to sleep, man.
I didn't get this last night. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, my cat's put my leg to sleep at this point. Like, I cannot feel my knee. Caesar, I love you. Are you hungry? Is that why you're here in my space? Probably. Much like the Hulk, your secret is you're always hungry. Oh, I'm afraid, friend, you have missed the raffle. It just closed. It was over in Discord. Oop. Dunn's working on it.
18.
All right. Questions. I'm going to go check questions on myself. I realized I am perfectly capable of doing that myself.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were waiting on me when I'm clearly
because
busy.
You're always like that, you know? All right, okay. Ooh, where does it start? Here we go. Oh, for our new player. A Hara means a Tokara. Tokaras are a new breed in our game. They just dropped a couple months ago. And when we say Hara slot, Hara is the nickname that everyone calls Tokaras. So when you see Hara, they're talking about a Tokara, which is more of a hyena build. And second, slot means a breeding slot. When you go to do breeding, you always need a slot from a male and a female to do it. And so when they talk about a Hara slot, they're talking about Tokara breeding slot. All right. Natural environment of the Makatas. Are they bipedal? How is Tokotne pronounced? Tokotne. Obviously.
It's Tokotna.
Nay.
Tokotna.
Hey, Tokopedia has my pronunciation on there.
As a regional dialect.
Yeah, the region of Tokotne.
Tokotna. As you can see.
Natural environment. Had we picked a natural environment for these guys?
I mean, I have them tagged to a specific region.
You want to say the region?
Is that telling too much?
Not to me, and it's not like Craig can stop me right now.
They're tagged to the Alpine region right now.
Dun dun dun. And then finally, are they bipedal? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to be doing a bipedal race. I do believe we allowed for Taquinos and Tokotas to go bipedal like bears do, but not for long terms.
Yeah, no, that was their special adaptation that got written into their thing.
Exactly. So, no, they are not bipedal. And then, let me see what I'm going. Will they...
There were some more in there.
Oh, I saw the crossed out line and assumed it was all crossed out. Does the group have any ideas for the next... Oh, yeah, no, it's in
all the WT locations have been planned out for years at this point.
They've been planned... Oh my god, Caesar, I can't feel my legs. Okay, I apologize. I know I sound super uncomfortable right now. It's because my leg is asleep and my cat won't move.
At this point, we can just tell them what is coming so they can all get hyped. Next up, we're going into the savannah.
Yep.
And then we have desert, wetlands, and alpine left.
Yep. And so we'll be handling a murder mystery. Is it a murder mystery? It's not actually a murder mystery.
Kind of. No, it's not really murdery, but it's a very Yeah,
It'll feel like a murder mystery. You're going to be playing a game of Clue in the savannah. And the ones after that, we have more plans, but they're still a little up in the air. All right, so that's where that goes. And then, will Makadas be getting brawny or any of the traits along with cleverness, patience? Yes, they will be. I believe they are slated for brawny. Oh, sorry, Caesar, man. Oh, my leg. He killed it. I couldn't feel my leg anymore. So, Makadas, I believe they are slated for brawny. We did say when everyone was like, but Takino should get brawny, we were like, no, because Makata's got muscle on them. They're getting brawny. And will Makadas be able to breed with any of the currently available? Oh, yes, completely. If you go look at the build chart from 2021 or 2020?
2021.
So there's build chart on 2021 that has lots of different pieces on there. The Makata is on that, and we're finishing one side.
Oh shit! I hit enter before having you read this.
Oh, cool. I will announce those in a second then.
Okay, sorry.
So the Makata is already on there. It is already slated to be breedable with the Toko standard for sure.
And Takinos.
We're finishing off that side of the chart before we move to the other side.
Are we doing the one in the lower?
I don't know if we're doing the one on the lower, but we're at least giving the Takino something before we move on.
Yeah.
So they will be breedable with Takinos. We will have a whole podcast with lots of information about all of their numbers as soon as we decide on them. Those will come once we have picked an actual release date, once we have finalized mains. Usually I want all the mains finalized before I say it's a release date on these things.
Yeah, because mains are one thing, because you have to do all the texturing and all that, but physical traits can be a slog now that we have so many of them.
Yes. Yes, they are. Alrighty. And let me see. So for our winners were who again?
Porcelain Pinch, Glacialis Quasar, wow, and the Nerdo one.
Congratulations to all three of you. You get a Tokara slot to one of the starters. Did you tell them to reach out to you or me?
Me.
Okay. Reach out to Dunn. Let her know which one. She'll write it out to you. You might actually be able to write it on the site.
Can I?
Why wouldn't you be able to?
I don't know. I guess I've never tried.
We're going to see if the new system allows for that or not.
Heck yeah.
And then we'll just write them on the site. Yeah. Woo! All right. I think that's actually the end of my list.
Yep, and thankfully you don't have any more spoilers. Do not even.
Don't fucking tempt me. I still have the image on the computer.
Yeah, but
What? Who's gonna stop me?
Cray and Daff.
How?
They'll scold you.
Yeah, I know. I get scolded all the time. I'm not supposed to. I'm holding off.
You have to. You have to. Otherwise, what are you going to spoil the next time you want to spoil something?
One of the mains for it, duh.
Well, no, you have to give them different parts and then they can try and piece it together like a jigsaw puzzle.
They did try that for Hara's.
Well, it was pretty great.
They have, oh my god, some of the horror images. Because we did a raffle about that once. Where people took all of the bits and pieces we'd released about builds, somehow made the decision that they were for the same build, and then gave us
Takino Haras.
Takino Haras.
Maybe that'll be our next April Fool's build.
Right? I'll probably release one or two more pieces of this, and then we'll see what people draw for us. All right. Anything else done?
I guess there's one more thing you could technically spoil.
Oh?
That's assuming I can find it as I scroll back. Kira reminded me.
Yeah?
I'm scrolling.
Done scrolling.
If you want that, I can send you that.
Or
do you want to save that for another day?
I'm going to save that for another day. That's pretty cool looking, though. I got more for you. I always have spoilers for you guys. Always. All right. I think that's everything that I have. Enjoy the Makata butt that we have given you at this point. I I have to say, well, I don't actually have to. I would very much share it. It's just the process of she has to download it, send it to me, and I have to waste time for the next 2 minutes while that's happening.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare I? All right. Thank you for joining us. Obviously, if you have any questions, keep them in podcast feedback. Let us know what's going on.
Well, questions and questions, feedback and feedback.
Questions and questions, feedback and feedback. We'll continue to check it for a little bit. There will not be a feedback channel for Makotas. You haven't seen them. You don't know what they look like. You cannot give us feedback on them. And I know this did come up last time. People wanted to give us feedback on the red lines. We're not looking for feedback on red lines yet, guys. Like, we appreciate that you're invested in them, but they are literal red lines. So until I get an actual draft of lines, then we'll go and look about feedback. But keeping in mind that mains is one of those things that nobody
ever agrees on.
And there is no main that makes everyone happy. We know that going in. There's mains that are coming that I'm like, that's all right. That I know other people on the team are like, cannot wait for this main. So that's how it is. It's why we're a little more cagey on feedback with mains, because there's no possible situation in which we appease everybody, and we know that going in. All right, cool. Love you all. Love you lots, and we'll talk to you next time.
Woo!
Bye.